Your Manhattan High Indians. Please join with the MHS cheerleaders, dancing, flag squad, Manhattan High students, members of the Big Blue Marching Band, and For Manhattan, number 12, Keenan Sharp. Number 24, Dre DeLort. Number 28, Jackson Vikander. Number 33, Ben Irvin. 52, Tate Hoover. And number 99, Keelani Patterson. Manhattan has won the coin toss and will defer their choice until the second half. Manhattan will kick off and defend the south goal. Our officials for tonight's game, our referee is Kurt Losey, our umpire is Jeffrey Sumner, the linesman is Casey Gutierrez, our line judge is Dakota Sorensen, and the back judge is Brandon Bowers. Our all-world speakers for tonight is Mark Whitney, Mike Ken Dick, and Jacob Stroda. Tomorrow, the Manhattan High volleyball team travels to the Washburn Rural Tournament, scheduled to begin at 9 a.m. They split this week on Thursday with Emporia and Salina Central. The boys and girls cross country team goes to Lawrence tomorrow for the annual Rimrock cross country meet. Schedule started at 8:15. The girls varsity tennis team goes to the Emporia tournament tomorrow at 1:30 at Emporia High School. Last Saturday they finished sixth at the Oasis South tournament with Julian Harden, who is undefeated on the season, taking first. The girls golf team competes at the league tournament Monday at Village Green in Topeka. They took first at the Salina South tournament this week, with Riley Wisdom taking second and Emily Wugazer and Shayna Lockerman tied for third.
Welcome back to Manhattan Student Media Livestream. Here's the kickoff. Looks like it's going to be about a return of 15 on that one. Now, Cooper, what do you think are going to be the strengths of each team tonight?
So personally, we'll start with the defense for MHS. As always, start off with that great defensive front, be bigger, be stronger than the other side. But from Washburn, they got a junior quarterback and Deweese out there. He's number 5 on the field, and a senior running back as well. And they've been really managing this offense well. So just get them going, and they'll be all right.
Looks like a gain of about 8 on that one. Yeah, those two on Washburn offense are definitely going to be some to look out for. Brandon Deweese and McKentis Adams.
Brandon Deweese last year came on the road to MHS as a sophomore, thrown into the action, played extremely well, threw the ball very well, and they came out with a win. And here he goes. Wow.
On a big run for Washburn. It looks like he is going to go all the way for an early touchdown for Washburn Rural.
Man, that's what I'm saying. The explosiveness of McKentis Adams right there. What a way to start the game.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. You can just see, third play of the game, just the pure speed from Adams on that one. Now let's talk about Washburn's defense as well. They've got some strong defense and probably going to force some more passing play from Manhattan Indians offense.
Yeah, and speaking of passing, Keenan Schartz, when he comes out on offense, you'll see him last week had a career-high 202 passing yards. He's getting a little bit more confident in the pocket, so we'll see how he attacks his first possession.
Here's the extra point, and it is good. That's going to bring our score 7 for Washburn Rural and 0 for Manhattan Indians.
And we talked about this a little bit during pregame, how Washburn's kind of the underdog here. Manhattan High's beat Derby on the road in Derby, first time since 2011. And then you get Washburn Rural, who beat us last year at home and kind of knocked us down a couple seeds from home field advantage. And then now this year, they're meeting us again as another underdog, and they're going to try to take us down again. And that's a great start, explosive play from McKentis Adams.
Yeah, that's right. In terms of just pure ranking, they are an underdog, but from the skill that we've seen just now and the skill that we've seen in the past couple couple games, it's really a pretty even match here. And they're coming out strong early.
So we'll see what MHS comes out here on the offensive side of things. We'll see if they switch it up. Last year, they primarily relied on the run game against Washburn. They only had 14 points in that. Washburn had a great game plan coming in, but now that we talked about Schartz becoming more confident in the pocket, being able to throw the ball downfield, we'll see what he can do on this first possession and see what he's got going for him.
And here's Washburn Rural's number 3, Dayton Smoot, with the kickoff. It's going to be caught at about the 10. Coming up the left side, going to get a big return. And he's going to get a large gain on that, brought down at about the 36-yard line.
Yeah, there is a flag on the play, though, there. It looked like probably a block in the back, a legal block or something, downfield around the 23-yard line. So that's probably coming back. No horse collar flag called there, though, on the opposite end of the field. So we'll see what the call is here.
It looks like the ball is going to be brought back following that penalty at about the 23-yard line.
Yeah, so last year, Manhattan High, this is exactly what killed them in their Washburn game last year as well. Penalties. You play an underdog, you come in having a good couple wins, you beat Hayes on the road, very tough team. And now you're looking at, inside your own 20-yard line, 15-yard line to be here, and we'll see what they can get going.
Yeah, this is a tough start to the game. Here's the snap. Schartz passes to the right. And he's going to come up the right side, get a good gain there.
That's Jackson Bowles on the reception there.
And that's going to be a first down for Manhattan High.
So it looks like Manhattan has switched up the game plan from what they typically start running the ball. I guess since Schartz is on his passing high, we might see him throw the ball a little more. Right there, 1 of 1. Big first down play. Way to set a tone here early on.
Yeah, that's right. We saw his great performances passing last game.
You got to be able to respond to an explosive play from McKinnis Adams. You can't just let them ride the wave of explosiveness.
And here's the handoff. And he's going to be stopped almost immediately, possibly a gain of 1.
And this is exactly the point I was making earlier, why they have to rely so much on Schartz's game plan today. They have to be able to throw the football downfield because the rush game up the middle is going to be very challenging with this advanced Washburn Rural front line. So we'll see if they can pound the ball inside and get some pressure, then we'll see what happens. But if you can't get anything doing there, you got to throw the ball more. But
so again, here's the snap. Schartz going to keep it, run up the middle, try to hop over Washburn defense, and looks like he's going to get a gain of about 4 or 5 on that play. Now, even then, Schartz had an opening, but Washburn defense was quick to swarm on him and stop that gain.
Exactly. They play team football. It's not this one guy where if one makes a miss like he did there, the other guys come in and help him. They're all over the field at all times, and really just the front line puts pressure on the quarterback to just get outside the pocket like that, and then their corners play team football and come get him. It's going to be 3rd and 4 here. We'll see what they can dial up.
And here's Schartz falling back. He's going to come up the right side. Oh, and it looks like he's just short of that first down.
I mean, he had the first down there. He slid way too early. I mean, he had it by a whole couple yards if he would have kept going, but he dropped to the floor.
Yeah, that was a little surprising there.
I mean, you'd expect him to dive for that first down marker, but I guess not risking injury. Slide. It's early on in the game, but now we're talking about Eddie, this explosive Washburn offense that just had 3-play drive, scored a touchdown. They're getting the ball back after a good stop. So we'll see what happens. It could be interesting here on this next drive.
And here's the punt. Oh, a short punt. It's going to land at about the 37-yard line.
Well, Washburn, the edge rushers got a little bit ambitious on that one. They actually hit Braxton Fry on the kick, so that's actually going to be MHS football on the opposite side. It's coming back, and then we'll get a new set of downs.
Good eye on that.
Yeah, roughing the kicker's the call there. Man, just another silly mistake again. You know, we talk about penalties, both on special teams early on. So the special teams bails Manhattan out there, and now they get a new set of downs. And that's actually a really good sign.
Yeah, now the ball is going to be on the 48-yard line. Manhattan's ball for 1st and 10.
Much better field position than they had earlier with that 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, that's right. That was a rough start for Manhattan's drive there. Let's see if they can make something happen here. Here's the snap. Schartz looking to pass, but he's going to keep it, try and go up the middle, and he is instantly stopped by Washburn's defense for about a loss of 1.
Yeah, I mean, really good pocket awareness there to step up in the pocket, but then the backside of the pocket collapsed on him there. He got hit from behind when he tried to cut back outside, so just really great job by that. And Washburn only brings a 3-man rush here, which is really interesting because a lot of times you have 4 or 5 guys and they like to bring less blitz, but Washburn has a 3-man rush. They still put pressure on the pass plays, and it's really admirable to see them on the defensive side.
Here's the snap once again. Look, a fake handoff. Schartz is going to throw it up the middle. It's caught. Oh, but he is brought down by number 25, J.C. Heim on Washburn Rural.
Yeah, J.C. Heim, a junior. He's been a pretty big part of this defense the last couple of years. Very good tackler. Just really good form on his tackles as well, and really a good team player for this Washburn defense. And after that tackle, looked like he could have gotten some yardage there, but it's going to hold him to about 3rd and 7 from the Washburn 49 now. So another big 3rd down for the Indians.
Yeah, 3rd and 7. Ball's about midfield right now. We're going to see if MHS can make something happen.
It's in Jackson Bulls. Looks like they're going to do a pass play. Again,
Schartz looking to pass.
Open.
Fires long, and it's caught by number 2, Jackson Bowles. And that's a Manhattan High touchdown. Now there's that passing play once again. Schartz taking his time, looking for the right man, and throwing a big pass where it counts. That's going to be 6 points for Manhattan.
Man, as soon as they came out in that formation, I saw the motion coming, and it looked like he was going to block, but then he didn't, and they played zone, and he cut up in the middle there, and he just wide open out in the flat and just kept going.
That's right, a great
Beautiful
choice
play
by Schartz and great plays by Bowles.
I mean, and that was just perfect pass right in the middle, hit him on the run. And Keenan Schartz is still riding that wave of just passing the ball for a lot of yards and touchdowns. I mean, he did really good last week, continues to ride it here.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's the extra point.
He missed that extra point. I think it looked like on the snap, it was a bad snap, low snap, so that might have messed up the hold there. So
yeah, it looks like it was tumbling a little bit when he kicked it. So that's going to make our score Manhattan 6, Washburn Rural 7, with 7 minutes to go in the first quarter.
So Eddie, what's the theme so far tonight? Big plays, right?
Yeah, big plays. We saw that massive run early on from Washburn Rural, and then the big pass by Schartz. Both teams are definitely on their A game today with offense and defense, as we saw with Washburn Rural's defensive line putting an early stop to Manhattan's push on those other plays.
I mean, we've also seen how penalties can affect teams as well. That penalty set Manhattan for another drive. They score a touchdown. The other penalty pushed Manhattan back, and the defense got a stop. So penalties really affect the game as well. So we'll see how that how it plays out during the game. Because I mean, especially these Manhattan special teams have been known to get penalties lately. But we'll see if they can stay disciplined. If this is a disciplined game for Manhattan High, they can it's definitely winnable.
Here's Braxton Fry kicking off for Manhattan. A big kick. It's going to go out of bounds at about the 2-yard line. Flag on the play.
That's a flag. Since he kicked it out of bounds right there, it'll move there should be a penalty on them. Not a touchback. So now they get it at the 35-yard line instead of the 20-yard line. So 15-yard difference there.
Yeah, again, just like you said, penalties making a big difference in this game and giving Washburn Rural a good start with their strong offense here on their drive.
So watch out for McKentis Adams again here. He's been really big so far just with his rushing game. That time it's not even Adams.
Yeah, it looks like just about a gain of 2 or 3 in that play. That was TJ Miniku from Washburn Rural on the carry.
Yeah, he's that secondary back that they like to bring in. Very explosive player as well. Adams and Adams do a really good job.
Here's Washburn Rural going to pass. It's caught and brought down right away by Manhattan's Dre Delort. Good tackle there. Good pass from Washburn Rural, but Dre Delort was able to make that tackle, keep them from getting not as much of a gain there.
This is the really good thing about DeWeese. He's really good at throwing those quick little in, out route type things, curls, and he really gets a lot of yards off of them, but he can also throw deep, so he takes you off guard sometimes.
Yeah, here's DeWeese running out of room. Oh, and looks like it was intercepted by Manhattan.
That was a heck of a defensive play. We talked pregame about that defensive line getting in there and putting pressure. They put pressure on the quarterback, hit him while he throws, and our D-backs just do their job, get to the ball.
Yeah, that's right. Washburn Rural's DeWeese was running out of room to run there, and we saw him just try to throw it away right into the hands of the Manhattan defense.
And now what a start.
Yeah, absolutely. So now this is going to be Manhattan's ball on the 39-yard line.
This is about where they had it. They're probably about 10 yards out from here last time, but another good starting field position for the Indians after that first bad one.
Flag on the play there.
Yeah, it is going to be a delay of game.
And there's a penalty again. Even that great starting position after the interception, it's now going to be 1 and 15 for the Indians. Here's the snap. Schartz is going to hand it off. Oh, and he is brought down for maybe just a gain of 1 there. Tried to hand it off to Auckland, but stopped immediately by Washburn's defense.
Gain of 1 at the 35-yard line. Right up to 56, pass to Bevin. That brings it second down and 14 from the 35.
It's now going to be 2nd and 14 at the 35-yard line. Now, with a lot of yards to catch up on this down here, we might see some passing from Schartz again. Here's the handoff. Oh, a fake handoff. Tries to throw it, but that's going to be an incomplete pass. Looking to throw it to Auckland.
That right there was really good pressure. You get a guy bigger than Schartz, throw those hands up, you got to float a ball up and over a defender. Really tough pass to make. Maybe not the smart decision, but not really anywhere to throw the ball away either. So a good call that was dialed up right there by the Washburn defense.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 2nd and long now.
Penalties illegal downfield on the offense. That moves the ball back to the 30. Or it will be 2nd and 19.
So that's MHS's, what is that, 4th penalty?
Yeah, 4th or 5th penalty, and it's just destroying their drives here. After such an exciting interception there and a chance to get a good drive, it's going to be 2nd and 19 for the Indians.
Now they really have to rely on pass, so now Washburn's going to bring pressure up the middle.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking for a big pass here, but a fake handoff, and man, he is brought down just a gain of a couple of yards there.
Man, this defense for Washburn, just extraordinary to watch on their front line right there. They bring their outside linebackers on blitzes, and when they blitz, they go hard. And I mean, I haven't seen them hardly be touched at all. They're just getting around the edge every time. They're just putting pressure on Sharts constantly.
That's right. A little surprising there we didn't see a pass from Sharts, but like you said, Washburn defense was probably ready for that. Here's the snap, and they're looking to pass on the 4th down. Oh, excuse me, the 3rd down.
So MHS will probably have to punt here. When they had 1st and manageable, 2 penalties, push them back farther, you know. I mean, really just, they got to play discipline. I mean, they're doing great offensively, moving the ball around, as you see right there. Defensively, they got an interception, they got to stop. Besides that first, big play at the beginning, they've been doing great. They just got to be disciplined with penalties. If they keep disciplined with penalties, they can do it. Looks like they're going to punt away here, though.
Here's the punt, and a short punt again. A short punt again here. And right now, if you're just joining us, this current score is 6 for Manhattan Indians and 7 for Washburn Rural. And we've got about 3 to 4 minutes left here in the first quarter.
I think that punt might have been tipped right there. The way the ball was spinning, it looked like it might have got hit and it spiraled and started flipping.
Yeah, it had
clockwise there.
Yeah, you're right. It had a weird spin there. Didn't get much distance. And now Washburn Rural once again going to have good field position. Here's the snap. Deweese is going to hand it off. There's Adams once again with the carry for a gain of about 6.
Man, he's so fun to watch. When he gets it up the middle, he just explodes through, and his blockers are doing a really good job making holes for him, but his vision on the field is just amazing to watch. I mean, he just finds those open holes and explodes through them. It's really brilliant.
Number 99, Giovanni Patterson. Brings up 3rd and 4. That's our 2nd and 4.
Here's the snap. Oh. Referee's blowing their whistle. Oh, looks like there's a flag on the play. We'll have to see what the call is. Illegal procedure against Washburn Rural. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. There we go again. A little bit of a setback for Washburn Rural with that penalty. We'll have to see how they perform here. Now Deweese looking to pass this time. It's caught by Adams. Adams got a whole lot of space to run once again. And he's brought down hard by Manhattan's number 33, Ben Irvine.
I mean, that's just great quarterback play right there, if I'm going to be honest. He looks at his check downs. 2 guys going long, and then he has this McCantis Adams just comes out in the flats and he hits his check downs, throws it to Adams, and he just has so many yards after catch there. That's just...
Yeah, big run from Adams. It's going to be a handoff this time. Oh, and Adams is stopped early and brought down for about a loss of 2.
The Indians there look like they're not even trying to tackle, they're just trying to strip the ball. I mean, they're wrapping up high, trying to strip it, and instead of trying to gang up and tackle.
Yeah, Adams getting thrown around a little bit there, and he's going to lose about 2 yards on the play. We've got about 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in our first quarter here. And here's the snap to Deweese, and another flag on the play. Illegal procedure once again against Washburn Rural.
Illegal procedure, then 1 play, then 2 plays, and then another illegal procedure. So.
And now, Washburn Rural is looking at almost the same position that Manhattan was, just on their possession. It's going to be 2nd and 19 for Washburn Rural. Let's see if they can do better than the Indians did. Here's the snap to Deweese. He's looking to pass. Get someone to catch it. And a pretty good gain there. Going to make up about half of that distance.
So number 10, Titan Osborne there on the reception. He was really big in our game last year. Racked up, I think, 2 touchdowns against us on our home turf. And this year he's also one of Deweese's primary targets. He's really good at those slants, but also if you lose track of him, he's going to be downfield on you. So keep an eye on number 10, Titan Osborne. Make some plays tonight.
Here's the snap. Deweese looking to pass. He's going to keep it. And he's coming up the right side. Manhattan missed the tackle.
Man, that's enough for a first down.
Yeah, big gain there from Deweese. Keeping the ball. Just finding the right gaps to run between the Manhattan defense. And that is going to put Washburn Rural in position for a touchdown here.
Man, that pocket presence, the ability to escape the pocket right there, sense the pressure coming. Branson Deweese did an outstanding job picking up a first down, and he did almost take a hit for it.
It's a handoff to Adams. Adams coming up the left side, wrestled down for about a gain of 2 by Manhattan defense.
Chris Dunnigan came out of there and wrapped up. That was a great tackle. You know, they've been trying to strip, and when you're on a one-on-one tackle, if you try to strip it, he's going to keep going. Mackenzie Adams is really good at driving his feet, but a great job there wrapping up by Chris Dunnigan.
Less than a minute here in our first quarter. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 for Washburn Rural. Deweese looking to pass. Goes for a touchdown pass, and it is incomplete. Good coverage on that on that Washburn receiver there by the Manhattan defense.
Remember when I was saying watch out for Titan Osborne? That right there was almost a great catch, but Dante Walters got his hand in there. It's Washburn Rural offense. It's very explosive.
Here's Deweese looking to pass to Adams again. He's going to come out wide, and he's brought down for about a gain of 4. Good position there from Adams, but that Manhattan defense there was ready to stop him. So just a short gain for Manhattan, or excuse me, for Washburn Rural. It looks like it's actually going to be 4th and 10 for Washburn Rural.
This kick should be, we'll see if they get it off before the quarter ends.
Yeah, we got 5 seconds left in our quarter here.
Looks like he missed that one. He missed it.
Yeah, no good on that field goal. So that is going to keep our score at 6 for Manhattan and 7 for Washburn Rural going into the second quarter here. These minutes left before the half, we're really gonna see these teams how they play. This is gonna be an important time for both of them, because without that field goal for Washburn Rural, it's still just a 1-point game here.
So this has been a really entertaining game so far. Through one quarter, I mean, 7-6, Washburn leads on the road. We talked about them being an underdog. And that last drive looked really good. They had a couple penalties, and they still made it all the way down inside the red zone, but just couldn't convert on that field goal, which is going to probably come back to shoot them in the foot later in this game, because, I mean, it's only a 1-point game. Anything goes here in these next 3 quarters, so we'll see what Washburn can keep doing on the offensive side of things and see if they can make this a better game here.
It's now Manhattan's ball. We've just entered the second quarter here. Here's the snap to Sharts. Sharts passing there. Finds someone to catch it. And he's going to go up the edge, come in the middle. Avoiding that Washburn Rural defense. He's going to get a massive gain, brought down at about Washburn Rural's own 27-yard line. Great pass there by Sharts. Great running. Jason Sanchez there on the carry for a massive gain, putting Manhattan now in position to get a touchdown.
And that's a heck of a play. I mean, he made probably a 7-yard pickup to a huge pickup for the Indians, and now they're already in Washburn territory, probably going to score here again.
Absolutely, just almost in the same position that Washburn was in just at the end of the first quarter. Coming up the middle, another big gain. That's going to be about a gain of 7 or 8 yards there.
And so far, we haven't really seen any, not ginormous plays from MHS. I mean, the 2 plays that put them in scoring position was one, that huge touchdown pass to Jackson Bowles from Sharts, and that pass right there to Jason Sanchez from Sharts. So the passing game has really elevated for the Indians these last couple of games.
Definitely. Let's see if they can make use of this good push here. Gonna try and come up the edge, get some good yards. There's number 11, DeAndre Auckland, with a Manhattan touchdown. You know, he found just enough room on the edge there. He's able to come up through the middle and bring our score to 12 for the Indians and 7 for Washburn.
Yeah, that field vision by DeAndre Auckland was really good right there. I mean, he cut it back right at the last second, waited for his block to hold just a little bit longer, cut back, got an Indian touchdown, and we'll see what happens here. Absolutely.
He knew exactly where to run there. It looks like they're going to go for a 2-point conversion. Widen their lead a little bit here. It's going to be 14 for the Indians and 7 for Washburn Rural, so a 1 touchdown game here.
The very interesting thing about the Indians offense is you see that pass game starting to develop. You see them starting to get bigger plays. Keenan Sharps looking at his checkdowns, and then that opens up the run game and a running touchdown.
That's right.
Beautiful offensive, beautiful calls for the offense there on that drive.
Yeah, Manhattan's seen a lot of success with passes tonight. And then there with that 2-point conversion making up for their missed extra point earlier in the game. The score is now going to be 14 for Manhattan, 7 for Washburn Rural, with about 10 minutes left in the second quarter.
How about that Manhattan offensive line on that last drive, though? The blocking continued downfield. It didn't just stop at line of scrimmage to protect Keenan and give him the ball to the running back. It continued downfield, and they continued to push their backs into the end zone. That was a great job for the Indians offensive line right there.
And here's the kick. Good kick this time. It's going to be caught at about the 11-yard line. On that return was number 15, TJ Minicu for Washburn Rural. Absolutely swarmed by Manhattan there, putting an early stop to that return.
And Braxton Fry did a good job. He likes to kick it away from Titan Osborne, number 10, because Titan Osborne has hands, he can catch, and he's also really good on kickoff returns, especially. That's why they have him in the middle, because they love to get to him. But teams have been learning that if you kick it away from him, you have a better chance of stopping Washburn's kickoff return. So we'll see how Branton DeWeese responds to a Keenan Sharts leading his team on that drive. We'll see how the young junior quarterback can respond here on this drive.
Here's the handoff to Adams. Oh, and he's brought down at his feet by Manhattan defense. Looks like about a loss of 3 there.
He's tackled for a loss. Diving through into the backfield is number 28, Jackson Vikander.
Yeah, that was Manhattan's Jackson Vikander on the tackle. They're ready for that handoff, spotted Adams right away, and brought him down for no gain and a loss of about a 3.
Yeah, really good job right there.
Absolutely. Here's a big pass by DeWeese, and it's caught. And that is going to be just 3rd and 2 for Washburn Rural after a big pass there.
Number 5, Brent DeWeese, to number 23, Amir Sabarini. Takes the ball out to the 32 for a gain of 12. Tackled him by number 28, Jackson Vikander. Brings up 3rd and 1.
So on that play right there, Amir Sabarini is targeted. His first target of the night. Picks up a good, I think, about 8 or 9 yards there. We'll see what can happen here. 3rd and 1. They're going to pass the ball.
DeWeese looking to pass again, and it's caught once again. Looks like it was by number 23. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, Sabarini again. So they're playing really good coverage on Titan Osborne over there, number 10. And then that opens up Amir Savarini's, gets in better position to get towards the ball and make a play. So we'll see what they do here. They've been passing a lot on this drive already.
Yeah, between Deweese and Sabarini, they're moving down the field fast here with big passes. Here's a handoff this time.
And he's such a tough running back. He gets one hit, he doesn't go down, gets hit a second time, stumbles, and then takes two other guys to bring him down.
Yeah, even
so
getting
explosive.
Absolutely, even getting swarmed by that Manhattan defense, still getting a gain of about 4 on that play. Deweese looking to pass, but he's going to keep it. A lot of pressure from Manhattan defense. He's going to be knocked out of bounds for what looks like no gain, maybe a loss of 1 there.
Man, Manhattan High brought the blitz there big time, and that pocket collapsed so fast. And Deweese, I mean, his pocket presence is so good. He still got out of there. I mean, he did lose a couple yards, but he still made a great play to not get sacked. That would have been huge.
Yeah, he was able to minimize Washburn's loss on that one. He really is looking to pass once again, and it's caught by number 10, it looked like, Titan Osborne there.
There he is again. I mean, he's been targeted the most out of all the receivers on Washburn, and he almost had the play down the corner of the end zone earlier. That was broken up, but like I said earlier, his slants are so, like, you can just tell it's Titan Osborne running a slant. He does a really good job just on his cut to the inside, and what a great position of the ball.
Yeah,
there
quick.
by Deweese.
Yeah, absolutely. Quick pass by Deweese, able to make a connection. There's Adams on the carry for Washburn Rural, about a gain of 5. It's going to be a gain of 4, actually.
Brings up 2nd and 6 from the Manhattan 41.
And here's Deweese keeping the ball. Throws to the right, it's incomplete, but flag on the play there.
There's a flag. It'll be interesting to see who they call this on. It is holding on the offense, and Coach Shards accepted that one. Had it been 3rd down on that play, he would have declined, but since it was 2nd down, push him back more.
Against the offense.
Yeah, it's going to bring Washburn Rural back for 2nd and 16. Once again, we're seeing at about the 2nd or 3rd down, these big yards to make up for both teams. We'll have to see how they do this here. Deweese looking to pass, doesn't find the opportunity. He keeps the ball, and he is tackled by Manhattan's number 15, Elijah McFadden.
It's a big play right here.
Yeah, good stop by Manhattan. Washburn Rural, a little bit of a game there. Still got some yards to make up. It's 3rd and 12.
Watch for a deep ball here.
Deweese keeping the ball again. He's forced to throw it away.
I think that's going to be pass interference, yeah. Stripped up the receiver before the ball was even thrown, and he threw it.
From number 5, Brad Deweese, intended for number 23, Amir Savarini. Ball's incomplete, but there's a flag on the play. And the call is pass interference against the defense.
Man, another penalty from Manhattan. That's killer. We talked about being disciplined. And you have a 3rd and 12. You play really good. You rush the quarterback well. Secondary comes up just a little bit short. That pass interference call bails Washburn out. I mean, they would have punted that ball away. MHS gets it back. Who knows what we're looking at? But now they get a shot at the end zone here.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I was saying before, both those teams have been in tough positions just like that. But Washburn was able to get out of it there with that penalty against Manhattan. That's going to bring it to 2nd and 9 for Washburn. If you're just joining us, the score is 14 Manhattan, 7 for Washburn, and about 6.5 minutes left until the half.
Brings up 2nd and 9 from the 31.
Here's DeWeese, getting pushed back really far, and he's forced to throw it out of bounds there.
It's going to be 3rd down, but there's a flag, so we'll see what's called.
For number 5, Brad DeWeese. For number 2, McKenna.
This has been a very sloppy game so far, hasn't it?
Yeah, this is surprising, the amount of penalties we've seen from both teams, and the penalties that hurt as well.
It's been a lot of 15-yard penalties too, not just false starts or delay of games, but personal fouls, pass interference.
Yeah, these are big penalties, really changing the game. As you said before, penalties are going to play a large part in this game because we've seen them both help and hurt both of these teams.
Yeah, a combined total of 9 penalties so far, and we're only halfway through the 2nd quarter, so that's a lot. But we'll see if these teams come out of halftime, clean things up. We'll see what their offenses can do because that's really been affecting both sides of the ball.
Yeah, this is going to bring us now 2nd and 14 for Washburn. Once again, on that 2nd down, a lot of yards to make up. Let's see what DeWeese can do here. He's going to complete a pass, and Washburn's receiver is going to be out of bounds for a 1st down.
That is exactly what we're talking about. Every time Washburn has Indians pin Washburn with a big play like that, DeWeese finds a guy or makes something crazy happen and gets a 1st down. They're going to find a way. They're determined as an underdog to get in the end zone. They want to find a way to tie this ball game up before half. Because if they don't, then you're looking at a possible 14-7 at half. MHS gets the ball, so you never know what can happen.
Here's Adams, able to break through the middle for a gain of about 3 or 4.
Now the Indians are actually doing a little bit better of stopping him at the line. For a while there, he was getting, hit at the line, a couple more yards after that, then getting brought down for about gains of 6. But now it's about 2-3 yards to carry. They're adjusting their defense to how McKenzie Adams is playing, and now they're just got to work on that pass game a little bit.
Here's the snap. DeWeese is going to hand it off to Adams. And look at that. Just like you said, they're able to bring him down right at about the line of scrimmage there.
So this is, again, 3rd and 8 from the 20. They're entering the red zone here. They want to get a shot at the end zone, but it's 3rd and 8. So if the Indians can stop them, that would be the biggest play of this 1st half. It's going to help stop momentum from this offensive drive and get the Indians, possibly they sneak out with a field goal, possibly no points. We'll see what happens.
That's right. Manhattan's got to get an early stop here. Here's DeWeese. DeWeese is going to keep it, but he's going to pass into the end zone. And it is not caught. It's going to be an incomplete pass and bring us to 4th and 8.
So I'm interested to see if they go for it here because, they're down 7 1st half. If you kick a field goal here, you miss one from this area. So with 4:56, they are going to kick the field goal. 4:56 left on the clock, sorry. They will kick a field goal, and we'll see how he does here because last time he missed it wide left. We'll see if he can adjust. If he hits this, it's a 14-10 ball game. Indians get the ball back, and then they drive down, hopefully, possibly. See if they get something going.
Here's the field goal.
That one's good that time.
That's good. That's going to narrow Manhattan's lead a little bit. And it's going to be 10 for Washburn Rural after the field goal and 14 for Manhattan.
Manhattan 14, Washburn Rural
So that stop right there for the Indians is going to be a huge influence on how the game continues to go on. Because if Washburn gets a first down there, they're probably going to score a touchdown, and it's a tie ball game. But now that the Indians have 4:51 on the clock to get this kick return, get a good return here, drive down, maybe get a field goal, and then get the ball back in the second half, that's just a great position to be sitting if you're the Indians. This first half has been a really fun first half to watch for both sides, but
Big thank you to Community First National Bank for sponsoring the Kick for Cash. Definitely has a chance to earn $500 tonight by making an extra point. Kicking off for Washburn Rose, number 3, Dave Smooth. Back to return from Manhattan. Number 11, DeAndre Auckland. 16, Dwayne Newby. And 30.
Here's Dayton Smoot kicking off for Washburn. Big kick there from Smoot, and it's going to be in the end zone.
Kickoff goes into the end zone, so it will come out as a touchback. Manhattan boys soccer team will host Junction City here next Monday. The varsity game is scheduled
so it's going to be interesting to see what Coach Sharp styles up here on offense. You know, they got 4:51 to play, like I was saying. Hopefully they take a shot at the end zone here, try to go up 21-10 at halftime. That would give them so much momentum with them getting the ball in the second half. If not, Washburn maybe gets a stop and they get a chance at the end zone. We'll see how this drive means a lot for the tides of the game.
Here's the snap to Schartz. He's going to toss it to the side. He's going to be able to come up the middle there for about a gain of 5.
And he cut back like 4 times, and he's still, I mean, he got about 5 yards there, but Washburn defense all over the field. He had to cut back, go backwards, come back forward. That was a hard-earned 5 yards.
Yeah, you're correct. A lot of pressure there from Washburn defense, but he's able to fit through the cracks there and get about a 5-yard gain. Here's the handoff. Washburn misses the tackle, and it looks like it's going to be about a gain of 2.
Say, there's a flag thrown there. It looked like one of the Washburn players went helmet to helmet with DeAndre Auckland. As he was falling down, it looked like he was already on the ground, and he went helmet to helmet there. We'll see what they call. At least that's what I saw here at Bishop Stadium. And so that's not what they called. A late flag for holding, that is. And no flag for, it looked like the helmet to helmet I saw, but it's going to be holding. Interesting call there. That's 10 penalties on the game for both sides of the team of the football. Indians have 6 and Washburn has 4. So pretty sloppy first half, but still an entertaining one with 4 minutes here on the clock.
Yeah, that's right. That's going to bring it back to 2nd and 10 once again for the Indians after that 5-yard gain. Now here's Schartz, a big pass. Oh, and it's incomplete. Schartz was looking there for Dwayne Newby.
He just barely overthrew him right there. And Dwayne Newby's speed, that was crazy. He was getting double covered, and he just split the gap right up the middle. Found the seam in the defense and accelerated through. Schartz just led him a little bit too far there.
Now Schartz possibly looking to pass again here. Oh, and it's going to be swatted down by Washburn.
Looks like J.C. Heim on the play there. He's who we talked about would be an influential player on the defense. Just gets him energized, really good off the edge as a linebacker, and man, that was a big play there.
Yeah, that's going to force Manhattan to punt here and probably give Washburn Rural a good chance at a touchdown.
for
to
sure.
get a lead here before the half.
And we know about Deweese's arm. He can definitely throw it. Even if this punt gets past the 50-yard line, inside of 30, whatever, they can definitely get in field goal range, even touchdown range here.
Yeah, just a couple good passes and a short punt.
It was almost blocked again there. Tough punt.
The ball's going to roll to a stop at about the 38-yard line.
Pretty good punt right there. That was from his own, looked like 10-yard line, so that's a good punt. They got the roll as well. So we'll see what Washburn Rule comes out and does here from their own 38-yard line.
Yeah, previously we've seen them make up a lot of distance with just a couple big passes there from Deweese, like you were saying.
Oh, hold up. Looked like there's a flag on the play. Possibly hitting the kicker. So this could be another bailout for the Manhattan Indians. It is.
Running into the punter is just a 5-yard penalty. So that will move the ball forward to the 25.
So it's a 5-yard penalty, not a 15-yard penalty for running into the kicker. Roughing the kicker is 15. This is a 5-yard penalty, so just moves them up 5 yards here.
Yeah, Manhattan going to be forced to punt here. There's a high kick, and it's caught.
That punt was not as clean as his last one. He actually, when he caught that ball, the laces were down on that football. So he actually kicked that football with the laces down, which when you do that, it kind of messes up your spin that you get on the ball, which is what you want. When the ball goes up in the air, when it's spinning, when it hits, that's what it gets it to bounce backwards. But it didn't have as much air either, so he was able to field it closer than what they had. It looked like the long snapper played corner. Maybe had a miscommunication with his punter there, but laces down, not as good punt. Now they have better field position than they had even with the penalty.
Here's Deweese passing, and it's caught by number 23, Sabarini for Washburn Rule.
Number 23, Amir
Sabarini. That's his third catch of that first half. He's been under the radar tonight. We haven't talked about him as much. Titan Osborne's been kind of our guy, taller receiver, good hands, but Sabarini's been getting these really quick, short routes and just been drawing the defense to him.
Good coverage for the Manhattan defense there.
About 2:45 here to play in this second quarter, so they're at the 50-yard line, 49, sorry, excuse me. They just got to get in field goal range if they want points here, but if I was Washburn, I'd take at least a couple shots at the end zone. Try to get points. You know, you want to try to go ahead because Indians can get the ball back. So if they're still leading, then they can get a bigger lead in the second.
And here's the first down for Washburn Rural.
There's Titan Osborne again. That's his third catch as well. So Amir Sabarini and Titan Osborne have really been bailing out this Washburn team with these quick little slants, core routes, flat routes that have just been 7 to 10 yards every play, and then they just get that extra reach at the end. It's just been really, really good receiving tonight.
Yeah, Deweese working well with both of them.
What a nice stop right there.
Yeah, a little bit of a handoff there, but it's going to be a gain of just 3.
And McKinnis Adams, his game tonight, after that first huge play that he had up the left sideline, hasn't really, we haven't seen any huge explosive plays. We've seen really tough runs, but not explosiveness that we like to see from him. But that's just the Indians defense doing a great job.
Yeah. And here, Deweese forced to come back really far there.
That was actually not a bad throw for being on the run.
Yeah,
he low.
Number 5, Brad Deweese, scrambles to both ends of the line of scrimmage. Before he passes the ball, attempting it to number 10, Titan Osborne. Ball is incomplete. It's defended on the play by number 24, Trey Delore. There's a flag on the play.
Looks like there's a flag. Trying to decide what it is. Yeah, Coach Shart's a little upset on this one. It is against the defense.
Holding call against the defense.
A holding call. Must have been
that's
on the receiver coming back to the ball as Brandon DeWeese came over to the other sideline.
Yeah, that's a big penalty against Manhattan there, because now Washburn Rural is going to be in position to possibly get a touchdown here with about a minute and a half left in the first half.
I mean, that's 7 penalties in the first half for the Indians, and they're still up 14-10, but that gives them another big first down.
Yeah, here's DeWeese looking to pass. Oh, and it looks like no good on that pass.
I mean, he caught that ball, but he was out of bounds. But that was a heck of a catch by Titan Osborne. He tipped it, bobbled it while he's falling, caught it, but he was out of bounds. And had he caught that, would have been an extraordinary play.
Incomplete brings up 2nd and 10 from the 32.
Out of bounds, it's going to stop the clock at about a minute and a half. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for Washburn Rural.
That right there was Osborne's 6th target on the night. DeWeese has been 50%, hitting him 3 of 6 here.
Here's DeWeese, and a perfect pass.
What a play. Just as we're talking about Titan Osborne, that's his 4th catch on the night. Breaks it up, and a heck of an effort to reach that ball out at the end, score a touchdown with 1:20 before the half. A heck of a drive from Washburn right there.
Yeah, reached out just enough there. That's going to bring our score to 14 Manhattan, 16 Washburn, giving them a lead here coming up to the second half.
Holders number 11, Ray.
And the kick is good. That's going to bring the score to 14 for Manhattan, 17 for Washburn Rural, with a minute 20 left in the first half.
And we were talking about DeWeese's arm, being able to hit his receivers. On that one, they just do a little cross route, and Titan Osborne just right up the middle. A beautiful ball placement. I mean, Brayton DeWeese put that ball perfectly where it needed to be. Dre Delore almost got his hands there, missed it, fell down. And Titan Osborne reaches out for a touchdown. So 17-14. Wow, that stop on defense from Washburn on the MHS, the Manhattan Indians drive, put them in position with that punt to score that touchdown, and they did it really fast and efficiently to go up 3 here with a minute 20.
Yeah, 3-point lead here for Washburn Rural is going to put a little bit more pressure on Manhattan, even with their possession after the half. After halftime.
Kicking off for Washburn Rural, number 3, Dave Smooth. Back for Manhattan, number 38, Charles Morgan. Number 16, Dwayne Newby. And number 11, DeAndre Hoffman.
Here's a kickoff, a low kick.
Yeah, he squibbed that one.
It's going to bounce and roll. Looks like it's about the 11, and a flag on the play.
Yeah, that was a good decision right there by Newby. Now they get the ball to the 35-yard line with that penalty. So he tried to squib it, tried to get him, tackle him down short, try to maybe recover that, but nothing happened there.
Now Manhattan is going to be 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line here with a minute 20 left in the quarter.
So instead of taking the penalty, Manhattan will make us take the penalty and re-kick the ball.
Or it looks like they're actually going to re-kick the ball here.
Which is smart, honestly, for the Indians, because then they have to move back. You typically place the ball at the 40, but now they got to kick it from their own 30, which is an extra 5 yards, so they get a chance to return it here. And their blocking sets up further up downfield than what it typically would be. And, yeah, this is a good opportunity for the Indians to get something going.
And a low kick again. It's going to bounce and roll to about the 17-yard line, scooped up by number 38. And a big return there. He's able to get out of bounds. Stop that clock. That is a big play right there. Get to almost midfield for the Indians and stop that clock. They could get in range here for at least a field goal.
Man, Charles Morgan did a really good job returning that football. Had a couple back cuts, got upfield, and now they're at their own 49. You got a minute 11 to play. I mean, that's plenty of time to get down in field goal range for sure, but maybe they get a play like Deweese to Osborne, and maybe it's Sharts to Fry here for a touchdown or something. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, who knows? One of those big passes, just like what we've seen in this game. Sharts passes to the left, and there's a complete pass. He's got room to run, and it looks like he's going to be brought down for a first down there. Now a big gain there for Manhattan. Great first down. The clock is ticking. About 54 seconds left here in the first half. Now Sharts back to pass. And it is caught. Catch was by Braxton Fry. He's able to get out of bounds once again, stopping that clock. Great, smart decision there by Fry. That's going to stop the clock, like I said. 46 seconds left in the first half.
And notice how he got out of bounds there. That actually stops the clock. So now it's not running, so they don't have to hurry up and spike the ball or anything. They actually just have to sit here and just run another play and try to get in better field position for a field goal.
Here's another great catch, a pass by Keenan Sharts. Carrier on that was number 8, Cole Coonrod. And now Manhattan is going to be at the 11-yard line again with the clock stopped. 41 seconds left here in the half.
Yeah, that was a quick little 5-second play, and they got, what was that, 10 yards right there? Oh, almost. Sorry, 9 yards, excuse me. 9 yards, and he got out of bounds, stopped the clock. Now they're on the 19 in the red zone. Maybe they take a shot at the end zone with 40 seconds. Now stop the clock. It's incomplete if they catch it as a score, but we'll see.
Yeah, both those passes cover a lot of distance in a short amount of time. Keenan here having some trouble to pass, but it is caught. Another pass, Braxton Fry.
What a pass. I mean, what a pass. Keenan Sharts put that ball, that is a tight corner heading out of bounds, and he just put that ball in there perfectly. That was just such a great pass by Keenan Sharts.
Yeah, that was really incredible there. Great pass, great catch. And Manhattan is kind of on fire here, leading up in these last 34 seconds of the half. Once again, the clock is stopped, and Manhattan is in the red zone at about the 5-yard line. Shart's going to keep it coming up the middle, and that is a Manhattan touchdown. Wow, just incredible plays there by Keenan Sharts and the rest of the offense. Receivers, great catches, getting out of bounds, stopping that clock, doing everything right. And they're able to get rid of Washburn's lead there.
I mean, 50-second drive to go down, score a touchdown before half. What a statement to end the first half. And you get the ball back in the second half. You're going to be up hopefully 21-17 after he hits this extra point. Straight through the uprights.
That's good. The score is going to be 21 Manhattan, 17 Washburn Rural. That is going to put Manhattan in a great spot following the halftime.
That was such a good drive right there from the Indians.
Yeah, they were able to make so much happen there in just a short amount of time. And there again, another showcase of Sharts just on his passing game, completing those short little passes there, just finding just the right opportunities for the receivers.
I mean, with about 29 seconds, sorry, 29.5, we'll say about 30 seconds here because anything goes. But we'll see what Washburn wants to do. Maybe they try to get in field goal range. Maybe they just take a knee going into the second half, get their players rested. I mean, I'm just interested to see. I mean, the Indians just drove down in 50 seconds, scored a touchdown. That might mean Washburn can drive down in 30 seconds, kick a field goal, and we have a 21-20 game. We'll see what Branton Deweese and his offensive coordinator dial up here for this drive. But first, they got to get through the kickoff.
Yeah, absolutely. The half isn't over until it's over. We saw that big running game and right at the beginning of the game that got Washburn Rural their touchdown, and a great return here for Washburn. It's going to bring it to about the 28-yard line.
So now they got about 24 seconds here. And we'll see. They might try to go take a deep shot. We've seen it with Titan Osborne. We've also seen Amir Sabrini really do stuff like that as well. So I'm really interested to see what they dial up here. They might just do quick slants to get downfield, try to get field goal range. Yeah, let's see what they dial up.
51 yards in 15 seconds.
Yeah, Indians bring a blitz right there.
Yeah, here's the handoff. They're able to put a stop to that. Looks like no gain on that play. And the clock is ticking.
It looks like they're not going to call a timeout. I said they were going to take a knee. Instead, they just run the ball. Yeah, looks like they're just going to let it run out, and that's the end of the half probably right there for the Indians. What a first half that was.
Yeah, man, you know, you're thinking only a minute 20 that left there. Washburn Rural had just put themselves in a good position with a 3-point gain over Manhattan, but then Manhattan comes back, moves down the field so fast, and on that second half of the field there, just those critical plays, pass after pass from Keenan Sharts, great catches by the receivers, they're able to get rid of Washburn Rural's lead, and now the score is going to be 21 for Manhattan, 17 for Washburn Rural going into halftime.
So it's crazy to me to think that last year, this was the score at the end of the game, except it was 21-14, and Washburn was winning here at Bishop Stadium, and they won that ball game 21-14, and now we're already having a shootout here at Bishop Stadium. It's 21-17 at the end of the first half, so definitely an offensive battle for this one.
Yeah, both teams are on top of their passing game. We've seen big passes from both DeWeese and Sharts, putting both teams in great positions to score. Yeah,
and DeWeese has really liked to see Titan Osborne downfield. I mean, he's 4 of 7 connecting with Osborne. Osborne has a touchdown. I mean, that reach at the end, that was an outstanding play. That put them up 17-14, but as we talked about, the Indians just being consistent with just getting the ball downfield. Sharts feeling confident in the pocket, and he fires for a lot of really good shots downfield to get a first down and actually a touchdown as he rushed in. So, what's been the key for this first half, Eddie?
I think the key is just, well, for Washburn Rural, it's their defense. We've seen them kind of really put a stop to Manhattan's running game, especially in those critical points when they've got a lot of yards to make up. And that's forced Manhattan to go for more of a passing game. And for Manhattan, it looks like the key is passing for this game. Sharts has gotten some great passes, connected with those receivers. And like we saw just going into the half, that's been a great help for them.
Yeah, of course, and, you know, Keenan Sharp's coming off a career high, 202 passing yards. He might be on pace to get a new career high here tonight against Washburn Rural. But one thing to think about is that first half was really, like, not a very clean first half. You know, we had a total of, I think it was 11 penalties, 7 on the Indians, 4 on Washburn. So Washburn played a little bit more clean. But the Indians, if they can clean up these penalties, come out with 2 penalties in the second half, not 15-yard penalties, but false starts, things like that. Even we don't want those, but they clean up penalties. This game will definitely get out of hand for Washburn, because Washburn's bailed them out a lot. Manhattan has bailed Washburn out a lot with penalties, so penalties have really decided how this momentum has changed.
Yeah, we've seen great performance from both teams, even with all those penalties. So, you know, it makes you think, how would it be without no penalties? One team is definitely going to be able to pull ahead, like you said, if they can get rid of those penalties. So we'll have to see what that holds for us in the second half.
It should be a good one coming our way in the second half. It's 21-17 here. Manhattan Indians leading the Washburn Rural. This is from Student Media. We're checking out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Without their outstanding support, many of the amenities that our students rely on would not be possible. Again, tomorrow, the Manhattan volleyball team travels to Washburn for a tough tournament. Play starts at 9 a.m. Boys soccer team hosts Junction City this Sunday at Mission Stadium. The varsity game is scheduled to start at 6:15. The girls golf team competes in the league tournament on Monday at Village Green Golf Course in Topeka as they pursue a league championship. They finished first last week in Flying South, with Riley Wilson taking second and Emily Lugan came up as target return. The varsity swimming team goes to the important tournament on the site of 130 Memorial High School. They finished second last Tomorrow morning at Lawrence. The race is starting at 8:15. Tucker scores at halftime. Junction City trails Bishop Carroll 21-14. At halftime, Topeka High leads Emporia 7-0.
Welcome back here to Bishop Stadium. We're at the 21-17 ball games. The Indians are leading Washburn Rural here at home. And what a first half we saw. Now we get 24 minutes here in the second half for more football. Here's the kick away.
A big high kick there from Washburn Rural, and it's going to bounce into the end zone. Now the ball's going to be at the 20-yard line.
So we had a really explosive first half on both sides for offense. Defense kind of, it was 50-50. It was either a touchdown or a stop or an interception or whatever. But now you saw that big drive by the Indians with 50 seconds. You come out and you get the ball first. This is a huge drive for the Indians to set the tone for the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're just joining us, we've seen strong performance from both teams, great passes from both teams in the first half, and right leading up to halftime, Manhattan was able to get a touchdown with just 1:20 seconds left.
That was a great tackle.
Yeah, what a tackle. Manhattan brought down for about a loss of 2.
Tackled immediately by number 32, Ty Weber. A loss of 3 of them.
That's going to make it 2nd and 13 for Manhattan.
Man, that was Ty Weber on the tackle. Open field tackles are the hardest, and he had an amazing tackle right there. Auckland's going to be feeling that one for sure.
Here's the handoff. Oh!
Man, Ty Weber hit him again. And it's a fumble.
Man. Yeah, what a hit there. Causing a fumble for Manhattan. And now, Manhattan's possession after the half is gone. And Washburn Rural is in position for touchdown here.
Man, that was an influential play of the game.
Yeah, what a game changer there.
Wow. Huge turn of the tide right now.
Yeah, Manhattan was going to have that strong possession after the half and possibly get another touchdown to even lengthen their lead. But now, Washburn Rural is in position to take the lead here.
Yeah, that might have been a loss of 1 right there, though. So we'll see if the Indians can hold them here. They might sneak out with a field goal, but the momentum here is with Washburn in the second half, even though they scored at the end of the first, the Indians. But, man, that fumble could be crucial for the Indians tonight.
Oh, and here's DeWeese feeling the pressure, and he's brought down. Looks like he was able to throw it away at the last second. There's a flag on the play.
That play right there.
Yeah.
Because there was no receiver, and he just chucked it out of bounds to avoid a sack. That's actually going to hurt him. Yeah.
And let's circle back to what we were saying before. Penalties playing a big part in this game. We've seen so many in the first half, and now this one probably affecting Washburn Rural here after that big, recovery from the Manhattan fumble. Now this penalty is going to hurt them.
So they do lose lots of downs on that play, which means it's not a replay second down. He just loses it. 5-yard penalty, and they already lost one, so it's 3rd and 16. But this first half, it was really influential because Washburn converted on a bunch of these 3rd longs. Can the Indians come out here and set the tone with their defense and not let them convert here with the pass game? We will see.
Yeah, let's see if the Indians can make up for this fumble. Deweese back to pass. Looking for a catch, and it's intercepted by Manhattan. Wow. What an incredible catch there for Manhattan. Really, another game changer right there.
Man, I mean, that's Dante Walters' second interception of the game. He had one earlier on their second drive of the game. This is their first drive of the second half, so he's gotten them early on. 2 turnovers to start the second half. Still really sloppy game, but, we expected it. Penalties first half, 1 turnover. Now, 1 penalty, 2 turnovers to start the second half. It's going to be up and down, back and forth, I think, of the second half, but Dante Walters, 2 interceptions on the night. He's having a career day today.
Yeah, what a catch. Manhattan now with their possession, leading 21-17 in the second half. There's about 10 minutes remaining. Good little gain there of about 4 yards for Manhattan.
Ball carrier number 34, Jason Sanchez.
Excuse me, 3 yards.
Quickly by number 56, Patrick Bennett.
So I'm looking, from my perspective, I'm thinking the Indians need to get the run game going. We've seen they can pass the ball. They've had that last drive, 50-second drive, a lot of passing. They completed a lot of passes, sorry. But they need to get the run game going for sure.
Yeah, with all their performance with passes, like you said, leading up to halftime, Washburn Rural is going to be ready for their passing game now.
And I think another thing that's going to help get the run game going is like that play right there. You have a quick little out route into the flats. Charles Morton catches it. Now they got to play you to the pass. They got to play defense for the pass. And now it's 3rd and short, but it opens up the run because you never know. You do play action, RPO, you have a wide open pass, or if they bite on that pass and you just run it up the middle. So Manhattan can use Keenan Sharts' confidence throwing the football to help them establish the run here as well.
Here's the handoff. And number 34, Jason Sanchez, is brought down early.
My goodness. Ty Weber is all over the field in this second half. He's had 3 tackles and a forced fumble already, and that one is his second tackle for loss. He is just bringing energy to this Washburn defense, and he's just such a good blitzer. He just goes up, splits the gap right there, and comes around and tackle for loss. Huge stop on 3rd down for Washburn.
Yeah, what a great defense there from Washburn. That's going to pretty much take care of that possession that Manhattan had after that interception. And now a high kick from Manhattan. And looks like it's going to bounce.
Pretty solid punt right there.
Just to the edge of the field.
That time he didn't drop it, laces first like he did earlier. You saw the spin was correct on that one, and it falls inside of the 17-yard line. Beautiful punt by Braxton Frank.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to give Washburn Rural a long way to go before they can get another touchdown here.
So both teams have now, this is going to be Washburn's chance at their second possession, but Indians have had 2. Now Washburn gets a chance for their second as well. So a lot of possessions already in the first half. And what a tackle behind the line. Looks like Jackson Vikander's in there. Another great tackle for him. He actually led the Indians in tackles last season.
Jackson Vikander.
It's now going to be 2nd and 12 for Washburn Rural.
2nd and 12.
Tackle for a loss as well.
Yeah. Here's Deweese looking for a pass. And he's going to throw it out of bounds, incomplete.
I mean, there's really nowhere to go with that ball. Coverage downfield was very, very well developed for the Indians there. They just dropped back like 5 guys and played really good defense. That's a mismatch outside, though. You got Dante Walters guarding a big tight end out there. That's Lucas Hanks, and he had a big play earlier, but we'll see what they bring out. Now they're bringing out a little bit faster wide receivers here, 3 out to the right.
Now here's DeWeese again, feeling the pressure from the Manhattan defense, and that's going to be another incomplete pass.
That's a 3 and out. That is a heck of a defensive stop right there. And man, I mean, we've got 2 turnovers and 4 possessions and 4 stops.
Yeah, defense coming out crazy good here in the second half.
It's literally flipped the first half on its head and completely changed it. I mean, it was an offensive battle with the first play, huge 77-yard run, and then this right here, just 4 stops, 2 turnovers. It's a wild game to start the second half.
Manhattan takes their first timeout of the second.
Manhattan's going to take a timeout here.
It's actually the first timeout taken by both teams in both the first and second half. Because it's been a pretty intense game, and they've been confident with how they've been playing. I mean, that's why it's a 4-point ball game. It's not like it was a lot of turnovers in the first, but this one, I think partially they're doing it because they got a punt return. They're on the 50-yard line. I mean, you want to be able to get a good return here, but I think they also had 12 men on the field there as well, so they didn't want to get a penalty. They want to try to take advantage of their field position.
Here's players getting in position again. The clock is 8 minutes and 22 seconds for this third quarter.
This is going to be a big punt right here. I mean, he's punting from his own 2-yard line. He's going to try to boot it out of there. Oh,
that's going to be, yeah, what good distance there. It's caught at about the 50-yard line.
Had he kicked out a little bit harder, it might have gotten a bounce over Max Stander's head, but nothing doing there. It calls for a fair catch, so Indians are going to take advantage of this great field position with a new set of downs.
So Manhattan will start 1st and 10 from midfield.
Yeah, with this good field position, this is going to be Manhattan's chance to get a little bit more of a comfortable lead here in the second half.
Man, J.C. Heim again.
Yeah, what a tackle.
Him and Ty Weber just have been so good tonight, and Ty Weber especially the second half. He was there on a lot of assisted tackles in the first, and J.C. Heim had a lot of solo, but now it's the opposite, and that time J.C. Heim gets in the backfield again.
Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. We've seen this so many times, you know. First down, they get a loss of some yards, and then they're stuck on 2nd down having to make up some yards.
So it looks like they got 2 receivers on ball and 1 off the ball, which means they might do a little pass play. And they do. Right
and here's the pass from Schartz. Great catch by number 8, Cole Coonrod.
So every time, watch out for that, like little motion. You see Jackson Bowles, number 2, run across the field, and it kind of starts to curve. When it says hike, it kind of curves. When you see him just keep running straight and not turning and getting set until the ball is snapped, that means it's probably going to be a pass. They've run a lot of motion across the field to take the linebackers out and throw it towards the middle on quick slants to get the linebackers out of there and set up that zone.
The clock is now at 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter. And Manhattan has the ball on the 40-yard line.
Another timeout for the Indians. Must just be miscommunications here.
Timeout of the second half.
So this is a big play right here. And watch out for Ty Weber. I mean, he had a big stop on 3rd down last time from this short end. he's definitely looking to do it again. Washburn has been really good on third short tonight against the Indians. I mean, third and long, not so much. Keenan Sharps has been able to step up in the pocket, step up as a team leader, complete passes. But right here, these third and short situations, this experienced Washburn defense has been able to hold Manhattan. And that's really why this is a 4-point ball game. Defensively, both teams have played extraordinary. And Washburn is holding one of the best scoring teams in the state to 21 points. And we're already halfway through the second quarter. And it's just been a very defensive battle in the second quarter already. Sorry, third quarter, excuse me.
Yeah, great defense from Washburn. Again, time after time, pushing Manhattan into the fourth down.
Looks like he gains that first down pretty easy.
Number 12, Keenan Sharps keeps the ball. Gets down to about the 38.5-yard line. That should be good for Manhattan High first down.
Yeah, great play there for Manhattan. You know, time and time again before, they've been forced onto that fourth down, like I was saying, and then just due to field position, no other choice but to punt. So it's going to be good for Manhattan that they got this first down.
Yeah, they get a new set of downs now, and that's exactly what they need. That's a big first down because it's been defensive. So
here's a handoff, plenty of room to run, a big gain. It looks like he could go all the way, and that is going to be a Manhattan High touchdown.
That was such a great run. He cut back to numbers and then cut back inside. And at the end, he just powered through that run. He got hit by a guy. He continued to drive his feet, and he drove himself into the end zone. That's a heck of a play right there by DeAndre Auckland.
Yeah, great run there. And that's going to bring our score to 27 for Manhattan and 17 for Washburn, leading up to the extra point here. And the kick is low, but it's good.
Might have gotten tipped there, but it still goes through. Wow, what a drive.
That's going to bring our score to 28 for Manhattan, 17 for Washburn Rural. Like I said, now Manhattan's got a little bit more of a comfortable lead here. Game's not over yet, but they've got a comfortable lead, more than one touchdown.
I mean, when you look at it this way, Washburn only scored 17 points in the first half. And if they score 17 again here, it's going to be 34 to 28. But they're down 11, so they really have to continue to score and play defense. They got to get stops, because if you allow the Indians to score 21 points again, this ball game's over. Because no matter what, you're just going to have to play defense. So Washburn's got to come out and correct their mistakes on that last drive and really come out with that toughness they had on those first couple of drives. Like Ty Weber, if he continues to play as tough as he has been playing and get in the backfield, they're going to do all right. But they really have to be determined to have that defensive stand against these Indians. I mean, up 28 to 17. The momentum is just riding on the Indians' shoulders right now, and that's just enough for the Indians.
Here's the kick, and what a great kick there. It's going to be caught by Washburn at about the 5-yard line. It looks like for a return of about 12 there.
Titan Osborne gets his first return of the night and halfway through the third quarter. And they've been trying to kick it away from him. That time it goes to him, and they do a great job wrapping up. But gets out to the 20-yard line, just like a touchback. With 6:10 here to play, I'm very interested to see what Washburn dials up, because they're down 11. They definitely need a touchdown. If they don't get a touchdown here, it could be some bad news for them.
Here's DeWeest, is able to find a man for the catch. Looks like gain of about 5 on that play.
That's Calvin Hayes' first target and first reception of the night. He's 5'9", but he's very quick. Definitely one of the underrated receivers here on this offense. I mean, you have Titan Osborne and Sabarini, and then you got Hayes coming in here.
That's going to be a first down for Washburn Rural.
Pass is complete from Brandon Louise to number 87, Lucas Hank. Gets out to the 33-yard line for a first down. First and 10 for Washburn Rural from their 33.
5:37 to play here.
Here's the handoff from DeWeese.
Man, the Indians are just doing such a good job in this second half, wrapping them up at the line. I mean,
Yeah, almost no gain on that run there.
such a good job. And they were doing it late in the first half as well. And they just continue to do it in the second half. I mean,
Tackle by number 15, Elijah McMahon.
it wasn't McKinsey Adams on the run, but it just still shows that their defensive front is kind of starting to wear out the offensive line of Washburn.
Here's a handoff again. Oh, actually a pass, excuse me. And it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, I thought it was a handoff too. He sold that really well. Instead, he tries to go over to Lucas' hands right there. And,
Lucas Hank.
I mean, just great defense again. That's all I got to say. I mean, Indians continue to pound that in the pocket. That they can push the pocket, make it smaller, and DeWeese gets under pressure, has to make a tough throw. And that right there was just a great example of what they've been doing tonight.
Here's DeWeese looking to pass, but he doesn't have enough time. He's sacked by Manhattan defense. Great tackle there, and that's gonna force Washburn to punt here.
And man, right on cue, we talked about pocket collapsing, getting pressure put on him. Well, that's more than pressure, that's a sack, and that is a big sack for the Indians. They have not had one all night because he's been escaping the pocket. That time, he gets tripped up, and the Indians swarm him for a great sack with 4:30 here to play.
Yeah,
now
what
they get the ball back.
what a tackle there. 4th and 18, Washburn Rural is going to have to punt here.
On the punt, number 3, Dayton Smoot. Back to return.
Dayton Smoot again here on the punt.
Nearly
And-
blocked right there.
Yeah, and it is a high punt. It's going to land at about the 47-yard line.
And once again, Indians start inside the 40-yard line on their own territory, and they've been forcing Washburn to punt, getting the ball in a reasonable spot for their offense, and now they get a chance to drive down again with 4 minutes to play in the quarter.
Yeah, great field position here again. If they can get another touchdown, they'll definitely secure their lead here for possibly the rest of the game.
I mean, if they score maybe at all, if they kick a field goal, they'll be up 14 with maybe only a quarter to play. And their defense, the way that it's been playing, I don't even know if Washburn would be able to power back through that, but we'll see what happens on this drive.
Yeah, that'd be a hard lead to make up. Good catch there.
Jackson Bowles on the reception again.
Yeah, it looks like he's able to get just a couple yards there.
From Keenan Charge to number 2, Jackson Bowles. Gets positive yardage, 2 yards on the play. Run out of bounds by number 22.
So we got about 4 minutes to play here, and it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Indians.
48-yard line.
I mean, they've just been passing a lot. And that, like I said, it opens up holes for run game. So they've just been really dominant in that ability to kind of hide what they're wanting to do.
Here's Schartz looking for a pass again, but he's sacked by Washburn.
Really not much doing there for Schartz. I mean, he missed. He made a guy miss, made another guy miss, stepped up in the pocket, tried to escape, and they got him right there.
Yeah, that was a hard spot to be in there for Schartz. He tried to go back and forth, but
flag on the play.
yeah, we heard those whistles blowing earlier. We'll have to see what that is.
Paxton Bennett was the tackler on that play, by the way, number 56 for Washburn. And it's holding on the defense.
Yeah, it's going to be holding against Washburn.
So there's another penalty. That's Washburn's 6th, their 2nd of the half. And the Indians have no penalties in the second half. They've already been more disciplined than Washburn. Same amount of turnovers, but less penalties. And we talked about penalties being a huge part of the game.
Yeah, as we just saw here, that went from a couple like good tackles and stopping Manhattan short, but now they've got a new set of downs, and they're going to be at the 38-yard line. And another big gain here, a gain of about 9 for Manhattan.
I have been so impressed with number 34, Jason Sanchez, tonight. He goes out on these little screens, gets really big gains off screen passes, and then he's running so tough on the field. I saw him on that last play. He got hit, and he just kept driving his feet. And he's smaller, but he's still so explosive, and he doesn't even start for the Indians, but he's just such a good asset to have with your offensive team.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's Schartz. He's going to keep it, go up the middle, secure that first down, and it looks like he's going to be tackled at about the 23-yard line.
Number 12, Keenan Schartz keeps the ball on the play.
And now, like you were saying before, Manhattan definitely at least in position for a field goal here, even if they can't get close enough for a touchdown. And even just a field goal, like you said, is going to secure their lead here for the game.
And going back to Jason Sanchez, he's 5'8", and he's just so low. His center of gravity is so good. So watching him play, you can just see his moves and his quickness. Just his lateral quickness is so awesome to watch, and I really love watching him. And that was just a broken up play.
Yeah, the snap there and a little bit of a mess up by Schartz. Not sure what was going on.
So it actually looked like they were going to give it to Sanchez and fake it to Sanchez, and then pull it out with Schartz. But they crashed that left side of the offensive line, and really just pounded them on that play. That's a big loss.
Yeah, Washburn Rural.
Second and 15.
Yeah, absolutely. The Washburn Rural defense got there fast. And again, we're seeing second down with a lot of yards to go here. Now, if all else fails, Manhattan can still go for a field goal here. They've got the range to do it.
And that kept Jason Sanchez in still. They'll give it to
Here's
him.
the handoff. Excuse me. Going up the middle, a big gain there. Going to make up a lot of yards. Not enough for a first down, but a good chunk of those yards.
There is a flag, though, and it's holding, I believe. Yes, it is. And so that pushes them back 10 more yards after holding. So it'll be 2nd and 25, I believe, if they accept this penalty.
Against the offense. Holding against the offense.
I'm still unsure what is going on. I think they're just moving the ball. That's where you put the flag. It's a spot where it happened. So 2 penalties now for the Indians. As we were talking about being disciplined, well, they had the same amount in the first half. And these are big penalties. I mean, it's 2nd and 25 now. You had 1st and manageable, and then, that loss of 5 yards. And then, you get back to 2nd and 25, which is like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
How are they ever going to crawl out? Well, we'll see. Oh, 2nd and 27, excuse me.
Yeah, this is a long way to go for a field goal. Let's see if they can get some extra yards here. He's not able to complete that pass. Had to fall back a lot there, trying to avoid a sack at least.
I mean, that was a heck of a job by Schartz to escape the pocket. He rolls it out to his right. I thought he was going to get sacked, but he throws it away right as it happens, and he almost hits the receiver, Charles Morgan. Just tipped it. The cornerback tipped it there through Morgan's hands. It's incomplete. So 3rd and 27. They got to push it downfield, try to get in field goal range and at least score, but we'll see what they can do. I mean, that Washburn defense is really pounding them on this possession for sure. Looks like Washburn's got 5 guys up on front. There's the motion from Bowles again. Let's see if Schartz can get a pass here, make up some of those yards. Schartz is going to toss it to the side. Oh. Manhattan receiver there hit hard. Knocked out of bounds. Not a bad call by Schartz there. I mean, you don't want to be too risky. You try to throw the ball and risk a sack, lose more yards. If you are going to attempt a field goal here, which they might, I'm not sure. If they attempt a field goal here, then it's going to be a long one, but we'll see what they do. Schartz is still on the field, so they might be going for it here. Yeah, that last tackle was actually not out of bounds, so the clock is still running. We've got about 55 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. The score is 28 for Manhattan, 17 for Washburn, and it's 4th and 20 for the Indians. So they're going for it on 4th and 20 here. And Keenan Sharts uses Manhattan Indians' final timeout of the half in 3 quarters. So, do you think Coach Sharts sends his offense back on the field after the Washburn might have seen what they're going to do?
Yeah, I'm not sure. If they were to go for it and not get it, the field position is still okay for Washburn. It wouldn't be super good. It'd be about the 30-yard line. So going for it wouldn't be a terrible decision. But, now, like you said, Washburn's expecting it. So they might try and go for what would be a long field goal or just a punt.
And I mean, 28-17. If you go for it here and you don't get it, Washburn's, they're at the 35. You can stop them. I think that's why Coach Sharts has this mentality of my defense has been pounding them. I know I can stop them. But then you also have the other side where it's like, can my offense get this? Because if you do get stopped, yeah, you're okay. But what happens if you turn the ball over? Something like that happens. It could turn to a touchdown. So you got to be really mindful of what's going to happen here.
They're going to go for it. Sharts falling far back. Oh, and a great tackle there.
And it's Ty Weber again.
Yeah, what a hit there.
He has just been
by Washburn
so hard tonight. He's just full of energy, ready to play some football, and he has just been, just lighting these receivers up, and also the backs in the backfield. And he's just been so influential for this Washburn Rule team.
That incompletion makes the Washburn Rule will take over 1st and 10 from their 35.
So we're basically to the 4th quarter. We got about 36 seconds here. So we'll see if Washburn tried to take a shot and score, but...
Yeah, now Washburn's got good field position again here. But there we go, that Manhattan defense putting stop to that run early. Clock is running, and we've got about 25 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter.
We should run out the clock.
Number 2.
Oh, they're going to try to get one more play in. Yeah, clock's at 8 seconds now.
Here's the snap to Deweese.
Yeah,
flag on the play.
Back for sure.
Running around the side, looks like he was able to complete that catch. However,
that was an outstanding catch. It's coming back because I think there was holding on the play, but what a catch. Did you see that? I wish we could do instant replay of that. Far sideline, outside shoulder, beautiful placement of the ball on the run. Gets 1 foot in bounds by dragging it with his toe, secures the ball, just an outstanding catch. And that's Titan Osborne again. 4 of 7. That didn't count, so still 4 of 7, but that would have been an outstanding play to end the half.
Yeah, and that's going to be holding against Washburn Rural. That's going to keep them at about the 36-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 9 for Washburn.
The Indians holding up their 4s on their fingers as we're going to the 4th quarter. They're up 28-17 in a battle here at Bishop Stadium. The Indians trying to hold on to an 11-point lead as we enter the 4th.
Yeah, we've already seen how capable both teams are of getting touchdowns in a short amount of time. So this 4th quarter is really going to control what the result of the game is.
So it looks like Washburn is trying to get that pass game working here. We saw that outstanding pass on the run by Deweese. So we'll see. I'm just really interested to see what they do because they're down 11 with 12 minutes to play. They did not score at all in that 3rd quarter. They scored 17 I mean, in the first half, sorry. And so 1 quarter scoreless, you're kind of getting worried about what they can do, and they might have reached their capacity for their offense.
Here's Washburn at the 24-yard line. Or excuse me, 2nd and 24 at the 21-yard line.
Wow, what a route.
And a great pass, and he's still going, but now he's brought down.
As soon as they snapped that ball, I saw Sabrini cut across the middle of the field, and he was wide open. I mean, they played a little zone, and he just kind of kept going, but he almost sat in that zone, wide open across the middle of the field, and then he gets up to the right side numbers and gets a big gain. So 3rd and 11 again, 3rd and long. We'll see what they do here.
Now here's Deweese, back to pass. He's running around the left side. Throws a quick pass, but it's incomplete. That's going to make it 4th and 11 here for Washburn Rural.
I guess who's defending on that play again? Dante Walters. He has been a key cornerback slash safety here tonight for the Indians. I mean, 2 interceptions, a lot of forced incompletions, maybe 2 completions on him. Just an outstanding cornerback, and he's been playing great games tonight. And he's really been the key to some of these stops for the Indians, for sure. And that was a huge stop. If we're looking at the grand scheme of things, that stop right there, up 11, now you get the ball back at the beginning of the 4th. If you score here,
and a fairly short punt there by Washburn. That's going to be a fair catch at about the 34-yard line.
Uh-oh.
Oh, looks like there was a penalty on that kick.
Is he running into the kicker or roughing the kicker?
Yeah, we'll have to see. We've seen that penalty before.
He was just running into the kicker, so that's only a 5-yard penalty. So it'll bring up 4th and 6. So they'll still have to punt, but I mean, at least it wasn't roughing into the kicker, because that would have been bad news for the Indians, as they would have given Washburn a new set of downs. But no, it's still going to be that 5-yard penalty for 4th and 6.
Yeah,
the Washburn 39.
Yeah, they don't have the field position to go for it here. They're going to have to punt. Don't want to risk that.
If you're Washburn, you know your defense has been struggling in the second half. I mean, it's only 7-0. It's been a defensive battle, but Indians have definitely controlled the second half offensively. And if you go for it here, I would not be confident in my defense being able to stop the Indians, especially in field goal range. So
yeah,
smart decision to punt the football.
And a good punt there. Yeah. Fair catch again by Manhattan at about the 25-yard line. 26-yard line.
Dayton Smoot's having a pretty good game punting the football. He had that field goal. He's hit all his extra points. I mean, as a kicker, he's been kind of the reason sometimes MHS, like, he kicked it from his own 2 there at the beginning of this 3rd quarter, and he pinned him all the way back around their 40-yard line, and they had to work to get that touchdown. He's not having shanked punts or anything, so the punt game for Washburn's really been making it a little bit harder for the MHS offense to move. Another keeper. I guess who's back there again? J.C. Heim. Man. J.C. Heim and Ty Weber have just been so good tonight. I mean, they're down 11, but they've just been carrying this defense for sure. It's been so fun to watch them play.
That's going to make it 2nd and 11 for the Indians. There's 10 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in the final quarter, and the score is 28 for the Indians and 17 for Washburn Rural.
And Eddie, the thing I want to make a note on is that clock is going to keep running the more they run the football. So that's a huge factor in this game. They're down 11, which is 2 scores. So if they get a first down, the clock's just going to keep going, you know? They keep resetting their downs. Yeah,
absolutely. If Washburn wants to pull ahead, they've got to have enough time to do it. And like you were saying, as that clock is ticking, they're having less and less time to do so. Looks like a gain of 9 on that play.
So the Indians are bringing in defensive tackle, Kaylani Patterson, number 99, to run an offensive possession, it looks like. I'm interested to see what he does. Maybe they run to his side.
Here goes Manhattan, 3rd and 2. And they're able to push through and get that first down.
And they did. And that was a great play call. You see the defensive tackle, Kalani Patterson, number 99 right there, he passed up on his guy who shot the gap. Running back picked him up, and then he ran straight up the middle of the field, hit that linebacker. There's a really big hole right there for Sharks to just shoot up that gap, and huge first down. Great play call right there by the offensive coordinator, Coach Small.
Here's Manhattan at the 41-yard line.
8 seconds on the shot clock, game clock, excuse me.
Here's a handoff coming up the right side. And he's met by that Washburn Rule defender. Big tackle there. He's pushed out of bounds, and the clock is stopped.
Number 11, DeAndre Oswald goes around the right side. Gets out to the 45-yard line for a gain of 4. He's tackled there by number 7, Xavier Zimmerman.
Yeah, good tackle there by Xavier Zimmerman on Washburn Rule, knocking Manhattan out of bounds, stopping that clock.
That was exactly what you want if you're Washburn. I mean, 9 minutes to play, knocked out of bounds. If the clock was still running, it would be an interesting situation because Manhattan looks like they're going to put together a pretty good drive here.
Yeah, 2nd and 6 for Manhattan. The 45-yard line. Looks like they're stopped pretty early, maybe a gain of about 1 or 2 yards there. Clock is still running. 8.5 minutes left in this football game. The score is 28 for Manhattan and 17 for Washburn Rural.
I mean, you start to worry for Washburn, right? You're almost halfway done with the 4th quarter. You're down at 11. And the Indians are almost in your territory, and they're driving the football. And when the Indians drive the football, they're dangerous. Play of game again, probably.
Against Manhattan.
Yep, that's going to be delay a game penalty against Manhattan. 5-yard penalty, that's going to push them to 3rd and 8. But yeah, like you were saying, you know, the clock is stopped right now, but each minute that ticks away, that's closing the window there where Washburn Rural could be able to pull ahead. And there's going to be a point when they're just not going to have enough time to make up all those points. So the key for Manhattan to win here is just keep them from scoring until that window gets too small.
The bad thing about penalties, it stops the clock. It also makes it a 3rd and 8 here. So it was 3rd and manageable. Now it's a little bit of a sketchy situation.
Shart's looking to pass. He completes it, but there is a flag on the play.
And that play right there,
Looks like illegal procedure.
without that legal procedure penalty right there, Jackson Bowles was going to score a touchdown right there. They doubled the receiver on the far sideline. Bowles was wide open in the middle of the field. And as soon as that whistle blew, he was already catching the ball and turning upfield to go. So, man, the penalties again. Just shooting these Indians in the foot. They've got 12 on the night.
Now will be 3rd and 13.
Now the ball's going to be on the 38-yard line. Manhattan has got 13 yards to make up here.
Tonight is the game of the week on the Kansas State High School Activity Association covered. Brett Maycock is reporting on the game.
Here's Sharts. A pass. It's caught. And he's out of bounds.
And he's going to be short.
Catcher on that was number 8, Cole Coonrod.
Once again, penalties bail Washburn Rule out from 3rd and 3 opportunity. I mean, it's a very unclean played game for the Indians tonight. I mean, they're up 11. It definitely doesn't show that it hasn't been a clean game. But they've had 12 penalties and a turnover, and somehow their defense has just been able to play better than Washburn Rule's offense has been able to move the ball. So,
yeah, all these penalties detracting from what are really some good plays. And a short, high punt here. It's going to bounce out of bounds, it looked like. We've got 8 minutes remaining.
Only reason that punt was really high was because that snap looked like he shot it a little bit too high, and Braxton Fry actually had to jump for that snap. I mean, he had to jump, and he bobbled it on his way down. When he went to kick it, he just had to kick it as high as he could so he wouldn't get a block, because there's guys right there. Looks like Clayton Corner's having a little bit of trouble snapping the football tonight on one PAT and then one punt right there.
Here's DeWeese looking to pass. Fires over the middle, and it's caught. Looks like just short of the first down.
There's Titan Osborne again.
Yeah, great quick pass. Excuse me. Had the perfect space to make that catch. Oh, and a big run there for Washburn. Finally wrestled down at about what looks like the 25-yard line. And that's what we're talking about here. You know, you still got 7.5 minutes. That's enough time for Washburn to make a couple scores. Like we're saying, really, even if you get a touchdown and a field goal, that's going to put them just within 1 point of Manhattan.
And it looks like Washburn's just running tempo. They're trying to score really fast. I mean, that's what we like to say when they just don't huddle up. They just keep going, and that pushes them faster, and they don't have to stop. See, like right here, they get right back in that formation they ran earlier. Tempo right here is going to be huge because it allows you to manage clock better.
Here's DeWeese looking for a pass, but he's actually going to run. He's got plenty of room to run. He's brought down about the 10-yard line. Washburn Rural in position to score here.
Number 5, Brandon DeWeese on the scramble.
Now, if they do score here and get the extra point, that's going to put us at a 4-point game here.
6:45 to play, too, and they're about to score. Indians need to get a stop here if they want to try to hold on to the momentum.
DeWeese, a pass, and it's incomplete.
Great breakup. I can see Dre DeLore definitely reading that quarterback's eyes all the way across the field. He turned his head, and he was looking, and then he was a little bit behind Titan Osborne, and he waited for the throw, then he stuck his hand in between. Great defensive stand right there.
2nd and 10 for Washburn Rural in the red zone. DeWeese looking to pass again. Pressured by that Manhattan defense, but a quick pass, and that's going to be a Washburn Rural touchdown.
I told you about this guy earlier in pregame. Titan Osborne's the main guy, and Sabrini just goes under the radar. He just gets a little post route to the sideline, corner of the end zone. Just beautiful route, wide open, split the defense, and scores a touchdown. Now it's a ball game.
Yeah, now we're within a touchdown here for Washburn Rural.
So they're going for 2 here, which is it's a bold play. I mean, you have plenty of time, but can you stop the Indians? I think is what's going through their head. Because then they'll only be down a field goal. So this is a very important moment of the game right here. They're going to throw again. And none other than Sabrini.
And it's caught for the 2-point conversion. That's
what a game Titan Osborne and Amir Sabrini have had together. I mean, wow, they both have had touchdowns. They both have had 4 or 5 catches each. And wow, they have just, this past game for Washburn is so dominant. It's a 3-point ball game. We got a ball game here at Bishop Stadium.
Yeah, 6:30 left here in the game. And Washburn Rural down by just a field goal. Now, if Manhattan wants to win this one, because we've already seen Washburn's got the ball, they can push down the field fast, get touchdowns. So if Manhattan wants to win this one, they've got to get a touchdown on this next possession. Big kick from Washburn Rural. That's going to be a touchback. Ball goes in the end zone. Manhattan's going to have it at the 20-yard line.
20-yard line. 6:29 to go in the fourth quarter.
There's Jason Sanchez on the carry. He's been pretty good tonight, hasn't he?
Yeah, good little run there. Gain of about 5 yards.
It was a nice push through the left side. Brought down by number 32, Ty Weber. He's out to the 25-yard line for a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Oh, led him too far on that play. He was open right there, Jackson Bowles was, but this Washburn Rural crowd is pretty loud for being on the road. I mean, you wonder if that's getting to him.
Defended on the play by number 6, Jaden Shaheed. Incompletion. Brings up third and 5 from the 25.
Man, this Washburn crowd is rocking on the road here. They traveled really well here to Manhattan for a rivalry matchup.
Yeah, this is a key point here for Manhattan.
5:53 to play.
Yeah, they've got to get this first down. They can't afford to give Washburn another possession here.
Huge turning point in the ball game.
Oh, and an
As he throws that
incomplete
flag,
pass.
Yeah. Flags all over the place, and that's going to be pass interference, it looked like. And the Washburn Rural coach is really angry right now, coming out on the field yelling. It was pass interference, so another penalty bails out the Indians, and they are going to get a new set of downs for a first down here.
Yeah, great opportunity for the Indians there, pulling them out of a tight situation, going from 3rd and 5 with that strong Washburn defense to, just like you said now, 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Looks like about a 1-yard gain, brought down early.
The clock keeps ticking, 5:35 on the clock. If the Indians can drive down and score a touchdown, I do believe that this ball game could be sealed for the victory for the Indians. But they have to get there first. This Washburn Rural defense, is not making it easy, and it's going to be a battle to the last minute, I believe, here at Bishop Stadium.
Yeah, if Manhattan can't get a touchdown on this drive, then last 5 or 4 minutes of this game are going to get pretty interesting, because Washburn's going to have that ball again. We've already seen what they can do. Here's Schartz with the ball, looking to pass, but he's actually going to go up the middle. A big gain there, big gain. He swung around and brought down at about the 45-yard line, 46-yard line.
And we talked about this on our last home game here at Bishop. I'm going to say it again. Keenan Sharp's pocket presence is what I really enjoy watching. I mean, you see right there, steps up in the pocket, and then his field vision also contributes to that. He's such a dynamic player and such a good leader for this MHS Indians team. And, I mean, that was a crucial first down that they needed to convert on, and he definitely did it for them right there. They get a new set of downs, so continue to move, and it's 4:35 on the clock now.
Here's Manhattan going up the middle.
Gains about 1 yard there. That's a stuff right there from the Washburn defense.
Number 34, David short gain there of about a yard. Where he's tackled by number 27, Jared Hines. Brings up 2nd and 9 from the 46.
What a game to have as game of the week in Kansas. I mean, it has been a fun one tonight. We got about 3:55 here. 3-point game. Indians driving. Should be an interesting finish here at Bishop.
Here's the snap to Schartz. He makes a quick pass to the left.
And that's going to be incomplete. A little bit low. I can tell Sharks was feeling the pressure on that play. They brought an extra guy in, and he put pressure on Sharks for sure.
Yeah. Now it's going to be 3rd and 9 for Manhattan. This is a key point here. They can't afford to give this possession to Washburn Rural. They've got to get a first down here. Now here's Sharts to the right side. Oh, not sure what's going on here.
I think Jason Sanchez just didn't think he was down. He never did touch the ground, but they blew the whistle dead. Should not have been blown dead because he never touched the ground. He was never fully tackled, and that was not enough time for forward motion. So it's going to be 4th down, but Washburn takes their first time out. And man, that was such a great stop. Had Jaron Heim had his head up on that play, he was in that gap between the ball and the receiver at the right time. Instead, he went for the receiver, but he could have taken that to the house had he looked up right in time. That could have been a really bad ball by Keenan Sharts. Could have been a pick 6, but they got lucky with that one. I mean, I certainly thought he was going to pick that off, but he blew through a blocker and just made a tackle as he was catching the ball. But man, this is just a crazy game here at the end. It's going to be a great finish. And the Washburn fans and students are going crazy on the other side. And with that metal fence there is kind of guarding the stands, It is loud in here.
Here we go. 3 minutes, 22 seconds left. And a good punt by Manhattan. Ball's going to land at about the 10-yard line. Excuse me, look more like the 7-yard line. Now, Manhattan's in a tough position here because Washburn, they do have a lot of field to cover if they want to get a touchdown. But with 3 minutes and 12 seconds left, they can even get a field goal and at least possibly put this game into overtime, unless Manhattan can get another possession following that.
So, last time they did tempo, this offense, they scored in just over 2 minutes. They got just over 3 minutes, and they can do this tempo offense, and Indians couldn't stop them. This could be a last-second finish here in Manhattan. Ooh, just over the head of Savarini.
If you're just joining us, the score is 28 for Manhattan and 25 for Washburn Rural. We've got about 3 minutes left here in this ball game, and Washburn is 2nd and 10 on their own 13-yard line.
Here's the Weiss feeling the pressure. Ooh, gets rid of it. That was a great pass right there during pressure.
Yeah, he was able to do a quick pass there, gain a good amount of yards, just short of that first down.
Here's this tempo I talked about.
Yeah, the clock is ticking and they're moving fast. 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Here's the handoff. Coming up the middle, he's brought back down for a loss of about 3. Great defense by Manhattan, keeping him in bounds.
And this play right here, this 4th and 2. This 4th and 2, Eddie, they have to go for it. They called a timeout with 2:37. They have to go for this 4th and 2. They can't punt it because they know they can't stop the Indians. They have to go for it. They just have to.
Yeah, this is it. They're either going to go for it and they can miss, and then the Indians are going to be in position for a touchdown. But if they don't go for it, then Indians are going to have 2.5 minutes left, which isn't much. They'll just be able to burn that up with their possession. So the outcome of our game tonight could depend on just this play.
The way I look at it is, this is the game. This play is the game. Because if they do convert it, then the game is going to go down to, they're going to drive down, have a shot at field goal. If they don't, then the Indians basically win. The Washburn only has one timeout, and the Indians will be able to kick a field goal anyways.
Yeah, this is it.
Possession right here.
Yeah, this is it for Washburn. Here we go, DeWeese coming up the middle, and he's brought down short of that first down.
And they did not get it. The Manhattan High defense
there it is.
Comes up clutch. What a play.
Great Manhattan High defense. Man, incredible. That's the game there, pretty much. We've got about 2.5 minutes left, and all Manhattan's got to do now is keep that ball, play it safe, burn up the clock, stay in bounds, and they've got this game sealed.
Like I said, that play was the game. Indians get the ball back here. New set of downs. 21-yard line. 3-point game, 2:31 to play. They're in field goal range. Indians sitting tight right now with this momentum.
Yeah, incredible play there by Manhattan defense. And now Manhattan is going to have it at Washburn's 21-yard line. Coming up the right side. Good tackle there by number 25, J.C. Heim.
J.C. Heim's been all over the field tonight. Yeah, I mean, with this game right here, clock keeps running. Washburn has one timeout. They might try to stop the Indians, force them to a field goal, call their timeout, and then see what happens, but you never know. 1:50 to play here in the fourth quarter. Indians second down and 9.
Here's the snap. Sharts coming around the right side. He's brought down early, but there is a flag on the play.
Number 12, Keenan Sharps on the keeper, but there's a penalty. Initial indication is that it's holding against the offense. Number 29, Wyatt Conklin, and number 21, Samuel.
So there's a minute 39 to play. There's a holding penalty on the Indians right here.
No gain on the play.
Did they accept or decline is what I'm trying to figure out here. So they did decline the penalty. Which is smart, actually, because then they don't get a second chance. So now they have 9 yards to get a first down and try to end this game.
Here we go, Sharts handing it off. Auckland tried to go around the left side, but it's met by about 3 of those Washburn defenders.
Ball carrier, number 11, DeAndre Auckland, tackled at the line of scrimmage.
And Washburn calls a timeout as soon as that ends, giving them a minute 30. They got a minute 30 to score, but the Indians might take a timeout here.
Ball is at the 18-yard line. Well, will be 4th and 7. And Washburn will take their 3rd timeout of the second half.
So we got a quick timeout here. 1:30 left to play in the fourth. And you can stay. Night.
Here we go, minute 30 left. It's going to be 4th and 7. Excuse me, I don't think the scoreboard's updated.
Again, as we leave tonight, we would ask the home spectators to leave from the east ticket booth. I'm sorry, from the southwest.
Actually, yes, it is. So it's going to be 4th and 7. at the 18-yard line. We've got a minute and a half left in this ball game. 28 Manhattan High, 25 Washburn Rural.
Huge field goal here. If he hits this, the Washburn Rural has to score a touchdown on their next possession to win.
A great kick.
Wait, he missed it.
Looks like it was no good.
That looked good to me.
Maybe a hard angle from where we're sitting. But I guess that kick was no good.
After the missed field goal, 124 for Washburn to try to get something going here.
All Manhattan's got to do, tackle them inbounds. Don't let them get a big run here. And there we go. Good tackle, about a gain of 5, and he's staying inbounds. And it looks like clock is stopped. Clock is running now. 1 minute, 10 seconds. Here's DeWeese coming up the left side. He's able to land a pass to number 23. Now Washburn's Manhattan's got to shut down these big passes from Washburn. And there's a spike from DeWeese, going to stop the clock with a little less than a minute remaining.
And so we got 59 seconds even. 1st and 10. The Indians need to conjure whatever strength they have to stop Washburn with this tempo. This is going to be a crazy drive here, as they're already driving with this tempo offense is working very well. It's really loud here in MHS Bishop Stadium.
Yeah, this is going to be it. DeWeese landing those catches. He's coming up to the right side, feeling the pressure. Oh, and it's intercepted by Manhattan. Intercepted by number 4, Max Stannard. And that is going to be the game. There's 48 seconds left. Manhattan's got possession. And wow, that play was perfect.
What a read. Max Stannard comes up. He's playing back in coverage, and he comes up, he comes in through, makes a great play on the ball, picks it off, and does a smart thing and takes a knee instead of trying to force a fumble or anything. The Indians defense prevails tonight with 3 interceptions on Branton Weiss. But last year he came in here, he dominated the game. Tonight MHS defense dominates the game for us. And they're going to come out here with a gutsy win here in Manhattan, Kansas.
Yeah, absolutely incredible defense there. It was getting, we're getting a little worried there for a sec that Washburn had a good chance at getting down the field. We saw those passes from DeWeese, but now with that interception and the clock running, we've got about 30 seconds left here in this game. All Manhattan's got to do is hold on to the ball, keep running down this clock, and they're going to be able to get it.
What a victory here in Manhattan, Kansas for these Indians. I mean, they battled the whole night. This second half was 7-8, very defensive. The first half, 21-17. Both teams corrected stuff, and it has just been such a fun game to watch. And the Indians are victorious here at Bishop. What a game against their rival, Washburn Rural.
Yeah, what a game. Incredibly strong defense and offense from both teams. Final score here at Bishop Stadium is going to be 28 for Manhattan and 25 for Washburn Rural.
And what a game that was for everybody watching back at home. 28-25 is our final score, and the Indians really battled all night, didn't they, Eddie?
Yeah, that's right. We saw the game. There were points at the game where we thought one team would win, and then we thought the other team would win. There were a lot of high-stakes moments in these games that led to the outcome that we got here.
I mean, let's just talk about 2 key players on defense. Max Stannard there had a lot of tackles tonight, but also that interception at the end. And Dante Walters, the quarterback, played outstanding tonight. Only had 2 passes completed on him, and his 2 interceptions. He came up for a lot of tackles. This defense just really played outstanding tonight, and that's probably what held on to the win for the Indians.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, that interception, when Washburn started to get in a good position, Manhattan was able to come out with those critical plays that helped them get back the possession. That's what got them win.
And let's just not only talk about the defense, but Manhattan's offense really did a great job tonight. They come in with confidence passing the football, and that's exactly what they do. They use their strength from last game to continue to develop Keenan Sharp's passing game. And his presence in the pocket tonight, he was only sacked once. He really ran and escaped the pocket a lot. Had a really gutsy completion with that 50-second drive to end the first half to put them up 21-17. They went by 3. They're up 4 at half. Pretty sure that's what did it for the Indians tonight.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see Keenan Sharp's passing more in the future. He had great success tonight. Receivers did great. So we're definitely going to see Manhattan's passing game
on the other end, Washburn did play well. They battled through the end. Their defense played extremely well in the second half, only holding the Indians to 7 points. They actually won the point battle in the second half, 8-7, which is not enough to come up at the end with Branton his 3 interceptions. Those were costly for the Washburn Rural team. So what's the summary for tonight? What was the key impact?
I think that we saw that Manhattan, their passing game is really strong. They haven't relied on it as much in the past. I think they're going to carry through with it more. Washburn Rural, although they did lose this one, they were able to showcase their incredible performance, and they're definitely going to do well the rest of their season.
I think especially this will open up great doors for Manhattan High in the future. Well, Indians win it 28-25 here in Manhattan, Kansas at Bishop Stadium. I'm alongside Eddie. My name is Cooper Sturm, and that's all from MHS Student Media. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Thank you for watching.
Will be at Washburn Rural next Monday. The JV game starts at approximately 6 o'clock.
All right.
The freshman game at Washburn Rural starts about 4:30.